people, I hope you're very fine, enjoying your life, and I welcome you on my YouTube channel. On this channel, we just talk about France and French language, because if you want to come to any country, you can blindly choose France, and if you want to learn any foreign language, so you can always learn French language. Why I'm saying is that because I always have a good news about France, and if you get to know all these updates, good news, then you will always feel motivated that you also have to come to France. So now the good news is that now France has introduced a new immigration law, and with the help of this law, anybody who is living in France, whether you are a student, whether you are a worker, whether you are coming on a family reunification visa, whether you are on a tourist visa, so everybody who is wanting to the process their residence permit in France. So at present, the people who are living in France, they face a lot of trouble. It takes a lot of time. So always people feel that why France is taking a lot of time to process a residence permit, so that we can live there peacefully. There will not be any problem. So France has noticed this big thing, and now France has come with a solution. Now France has made this new immigration law, and they have given the name to this immigration law is occupation's intention. Why occupation's intention? Because what happens at present, France has so many jobs, but France is suffering from a big problem, and that is a shortage of laborers. So what happens, France has so many jobs, but people are not there to do all these jobs. So what happens, the employer and employees are always the employers always face problem that how they can find the people to work in their company, so that the economy can grow, because right now the economy is not growing as per the expectations of France government. And the simple reason is that people are there, but they always face delay in processing their residence permit. And with this thing, what happens, the employer suffers a lot, because their work is stuck and they cannot do anything beyond they are depending upon the French government to make sure that they can bring some solutions, not stopgap solutions, but the permanent solution. So to keep in mind all these things, France has introduced this new immigration law, and you have the right to process your residence permit faster and with a dedicated system. And the best thing is that you still have time, because the France has given a deadline that you can use this new immigration law till 31st December 2026. So that means at present, if you have your residence permit which will be expiring soon, so you can now process that, so that you can resume your activities, whether you're a student, whether you're on a work visa, you're a worker, you're a family reunification visa, whatever visa category you have. If you have a job, if you're living there, so you have this legal right now to process your residence permit as fast as possible. So I think I have given you the gist of the story. Now what I'll do is that, because I know that if you hear from me, you might be confused and you might think that I'm just making story by myself, but it's not true, because I have this news online and I wish to share with you. So what I'll do is that whatever I've explained to you, I will show you the same news online, so that you can read from your side and you can understand, you can believe that I'm not telling you lie, it's true. So whoever is living in France, or if you are planning to come to France in near future, so you will always be benefited with this new immigration law. So keep in mind, so as many as people you want to come, you can come, because France is becoming an amazing country day by day. It is amazing country right now, but again they are making new rules, they are making life of people easy and peaceful. So everything is kind of hunky-dory in France right now, and you must use that benefit, and you should all come, whether you want to come on a study purpose, job purpose, a family visa purpose, any purpose you have, and you can achieve so many things. So now what I'll do is that I will show you this big news online, so that you can enhance your knowledge. So now, without wasting further time, let's get started. Well, so now you can see on your screen, it's a Schengen news. Here you can read everything. France relaxes residence permit rules for foreign employees with high demand professions. And here you can see August 6, 2024. So I'm sharing with you this big news, and here you can see everything. You can read everything. Key takeaways: France enables foreign practitioners of short-term occupations to be regularized temporarily. the provision will apply until December 31st 2026. So I told you that you have the rights to use this law till December 31st. So make sure that you start the process by now. And again, it applies to all nationals of third countries outside the Schengen areas as well as Switzerland. That means this news is all about for the foreigners who work in France from non-European Union countries. So that means this is for everyone except European Union countries. So I think it's a great news, because that being a foreigner you face a lot of difficulties, but now with this law you will do everything faster. You will not have to be worried about your residence permit to take longer time. And here you can see the French government has introduced new rules for foreign employees, making it possible for these workers to become regular migrant workers. So France wants to make sure that if you have come to France, so you should not go back to your country. You can stay there, you can work, you can continue to work, and you can you can prolong your residence permit, and and faster also. So here you can see the new measure applies to foreigners outside the EU or Switzerland who work in professions that the French government is struggling to meet labor standards known as occupations intention. So that means I told you that France is having a big problem that they don't have workers. So France is struggling with labor shortage, and I told you that the name of this issue they have given is occupations intention, because they have the tension and because they have the jobs, but they don't have right people, skilled people to work those jobs. So that's why they call this occupations in tension. And here you can see foreigners who have in demand professions will have their residence permits processed in a dedicated system within a shorter period of time. So that means everything will happen faster. And here you can see these workers can take advantage of this measure until December 31st 2026, when the provision expires. So that means you have the time, you can start by now, so that you can use this law until the December 31st. So everything has to start now. And again, here you can see France has already started preparations for the new procedure. The Essonne prefecture is setting up a dedicated system for processing these residence permit applications. The new procedure applies to foreigners from third countries working in these professions and aims at the regularization of short-term occupations. So that means whoever is working, if you have an issue regarding your residence permit, so you will be given a long-term residence permit so that you can stay there longer. And the so-called occupations intention in France include carpenters, masons, construction workers or construction foremen, farmer, livestock workers, locksmiths, mechanics and service workers. So that means these jobs, you can see these are in high demand because they don't find the right people to work these jobs. So these are like occupations intention. Again, here you can see some of the requirements for these workers include workers need to have a temporary residence permit for 1 year and practice the professions in demand for at least 12 months or during the last 24 months. Workers also should hold a job on the list of occupations in shortage and require proof of continuous residence in France for the last 3 years. So this condition should be met, and that's how you can increase your residence permit. And here you can see France issued record number of residence permits for employment reasons. So that means if you're coming to France, France is giving residence permit to so many people. So it's like good news for everyone. Based on data from the French Interior Minister in 2023, the number of permits granted for employment purposes reached a new height, 54,572, which is the highest recorded. So that means you can see here 54,000. It's a highest record France has told to everyone. However, work permits are not the most sought after permits in France, as study permits have become the most required. 1,08,035 of those were granted in 2023. Since 2021, France issued more study permits, while prior to that period, family residence permit were work the number one. So in a short word, as I told you that this news is good for everyone. Students also, family reunification purpose also. So this news helps gives a positive sign that if you're coming to France, you will always have a easiness. Now you should not wait for longer time. Your residence permit will be processed faster. So I think this new immigration law is for everyone. So I hope you get the benefit of this, so keep in mind. So now I do hope you have seen everything, you have read everything, so it's absolutely clear. You have the time 31st December 2026. So at present, if you have a problem, you can use this immigration law and everything will be smooth and your residence permit will be processed in a dedicated system with faster processing. So everything will be piece of cake now, and I hope my news will always help you, so that if you wanna help me, so you can subscribe to my channel, so that as long as I get the new updates, I always share with you on my channel, so that you can be updated whether you live in any part of the world. You will be stay tuned with all the latest updates about France. So you can definitely press bell icon button and you can subscribe to my channel. So thank you so much always for your precious time. Best of luck and take care always.